we can put this many people on the streets of Tory Bournemouth, we are sending a very clear message.
It's time, in the end, to put workers in charge of what they do, the products they make and the way they live their lives. So, to the government, all those people who represent not us, to the UK PLC people, who say this isn't your country, you only work here, the game's up. Clear your desks and sod off.
They're the real criminals, not those being locked up for stealing £50, £100 TVs.
My wages just cover my life at the moment, and I don't even have any dependents. It's hard now, doing a job that's hard, and the government make it harder, and I want to know how they would like to be treated when they come to the hospital. Do they want to be treated by someone who can give their best because they're being treated fairly and honestly, or do they want to come to the hospital and be treated by someone who's being flogged raw, trying to do their best under really, really difficult conditions and going home with not enough money and having to work till they're 68?
What the government have proposed to do is to increase our members' pension contributions by as much as 50%, while at the same time reducing our employers' contribution by a significant margin. Now, if anybody can explain to me how that's going to reduce significantly the costs of public sector for the taxpayer in general, then I'd like to hear why.
There's a lot of people out there struggling in the community. And the cuts that have happened yesterday, I mean, it only goes to show we've got to get David Cameron out. We need some sort of revolution in this country. Something big needs to change.
The government is up for a fight, but we're up for a bigger fight, and we will win at the end of the day.
We're there for our members, and what the government are proposing is, major cuts to people's annual salaries. It's going to make massive differences to their lives, and they're asking them to pay an extra 50% to pay off a banker's deficit.
The thought of working a 12-hour shift, moving 150 kilogram patients when I'm 68 is quite a frightening concept.
They're claiming back our land before the space uses us, and this is just the beginning of the beginning. It's the tip of the iceberg, this is.
It's time now, with 7 billion people in the world, that we got rid of a system that can only feed one in 4 people. To move to a system of demand-led production, fair and even distribution of resources, start looking after the planet, stop making money for people who don't do anything.
We're not going to back down on this. These people didn't cause the debt, so why should they pay it back?
We say tax the bankers that got us into this mess, not low-paid public sector workers.
The only justification for this is for the government to use this as a pretext to introduce a number of savage cuts to the public sector, closure of hospitals, closure of schools, and a diminution generally of the sorts of things that they take for granted.